What's going on, Xbox family? How are you guys doing today? I hope you're doing well. Well, guys, I haven't done a video like this in a long time. I hope you guys are going to enjoy this video. It's time for a walk back down nostalgia lane with OG Xbox. And I'm going to show you my top 10 uh, OG Xbox games that I loved and played a whole lot of back in the day. And we also, at the end of the video, are going to have an honorable mention game that was really awesome that was that came over to the Xbox that was from another system. So guys, I hope you enjoy this video. Sit back, relax, and we're going to take a walk down memory lane when it comes to the OG Xbox, guys. So let's just go ahead on and get this video started. Now, I'm going to start with number 10. This was a great game on the OG Xbox that I really loved. The movie was fantastic. Um, a very good film creator. Uh, it just exploded when he came out with Night of the Living Dead, and his name was Mr. George Romero. He is no longer with us. He has passed away. He was a native of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and he also has a store in Monroeville Mall where you can buy T-shirts and memorabilia of all the great zombie movies that he made. He is the grandfather of zombie movies. It all started with George A. Romero, so this is a big shout out to him. And also on the OG Xbox, they came out with a game called Land of the Dead, and this is actually a great game that came out for the OG Xbox. So that's my number 10 pick for OG Xbox. And at the time, the graphics were pretty good. Over 20 levels of just slashing great horror. It had a little story to tell. At the time, like I said, the graphics were pretty good. Blink's video had something to do with this. Also, this is Unreal Engine and Universal and Atari put had their hands in this on getting this made. This is a great zombie game, guys, on the original OG Xbox. Now, you might not be able to see it because of my lighting. Hopefully, when it's played back, on YouTube, you will be able to see it better. And it's complete with the book and game inside. This was a great horror game, and it is definitely blood, gore, and insane violence. It had that immature rating, so this was a great game, and also it didn't hold your hand. But if you're into great zombie games, this is one of the ones to own on your original OG Xbox if you don't have it in your collection, man. So check it out. The next one we have here was also by Valve. This is this can only be I think this game was only done on the Xbox, the PlayStation 2 at the time. I just think it didn't have the power capability as the original OG Xbox because back at that time, the most powerful console, even back in the OG days of gaming, was the Xbox, the original OG Xbox, and they did a fantastic job with Valve's Half-Life 2. This is my number 9 pick. This was a great game. I beat the heck out of it. It was an awesome game. The Half Life series, if you own a 360, a must own for your 360 is the orange box. It has all different versions of Half Life on there, Portal, and different games like that. It's a great compilation of Valve Steam games to own in your collection. So if you have a 360 and you don't have that game yet, which you should get it. And it's also backwards compatibility for your Xbox One, One X, and Xbox Series S and X. So it's a great compilation of Half-Life games to pick up if you're into Half-Life. This was a great sci-fi shooter. My favorite genre is definitely sci-fi shooters, and Half-Life holds its own. And this is my number 9 pick. At the time for the original OG Xbox, it showed the powerful graphical power that it can do with the OG Xbox. It was great, stunning graphics. The gameplay was awesome, advanced AI, all in this, and digital actors, different things like this. But it is a Microsoft and Valve game, so I believe it was only on the Xbox. I'm not sure, but I think it was. But it's a great pickup if you want to go back and play the original Half-Life 2 on the OG Xbox. So that is my number 9 pick. This game is only on Xbox. This game actually went out of business. The studio actually went out of business that made this game. This was a great game, and it was one of the first games to play, if not the first game to play online when Xbox Live was first born. This was a great game, awesome game. It had an awesome concept. It was made by a company called Presto Studios, which is no longer with us. Because right after the game came out, I would say a month or so or two later, they went out of business. And I actually picked this game up at an old toy store that you guys might remember called Children's Palace. I actually picked this game up and it was on sale for a really good price. And I had loads of online fun with this game. They just don't make online fun games like that anymore, guys, in these days. I think they're trying to do that, but this was an awesome game that I played over and over and over again. This is my number 8 pick, and this is called Whack. This was a crazy, quirky game back in the day. It was awesome to play online with friends. You had a microphone. I think there was a microphone and headset. I can't remember, guys. But this was a fantastic game. It was mutual sexual theme, strong language, and violence. Like the girl here in the front, I think it's her. They had to actually put a block right here so you couldn't see her breast because I guess the game they couldn't, it would have been rated X if they would have did that, but I guess the original format that they wanted to do was have her naked right here, where her breasts were showing, had an evil rabbit in there, a quirky guy that looks like Alvis, and one of my favorite characters was this orange looking alien mutant thing. And this was actually a really awesome game, guys. Bring back lots of memories. I met a lot of people on here that I went on to play other games with, mind you. We went on to play other games that were online for the OG Xbox, man, and they did it the best. Microsoft did it the best with online gaming. Was it really introduced and brought to the forefront of gaming? It was Microsoft that really brought it to the forefront and made online gaming for consoles what it is today. So this is an awesome game, guys. Like I said, it is complete inside there. I kept everything with it. It also will bring you back. Let's just show you real quick. Remember that awesome little S controller they had back there? They had a little advertisement with it. It also came, and I kept everything that came in this game. The little art book it came with, introducing you to other games that were going to come out with the system, which was really awesome. I think it talks about here we go. It talks about Xbox Live right here. I kept the pamphlet that it came with. So it talked about Xbox Live back in the day in mint condition, how it would be hooked up with an Ethernet cable, uh, you know, to your PC. And also talk, like I said, about other games that were actually coming out. One of the great games that came out for this that I did not include in this video is Project Gotham Racing, which is one of the best games that ever came out racing wise for the OG Xbox. If you guys can see it right there, you know what I mean. NFL Fever 2003, Tofang, just a lot of games that actually came out that were great for the system, guys. So that is a brochure of up and coming games that were going to come out and actually be live. I believe some of them on the OG Xbox, guys. And you had a nice color book here, very nice, colorful book here, telling you about the game. Everything was all in description. It even told you about the little collectibles that you can collect in the game and different things like that. So just wanted to show you that real quick. But that is totally complete in its original case, and it is a game called Whack, which was so awesome. So that is my number 8 pick. Now, the next one we're going to show you here is a great game, very awesome game. It showed the graphical power too of the OG Xbox, and this was only on Xbox. It's made by Sega, and some of you guys might know what this game is. This is called House of the Dead 3. Now, me and my brother Hebot have talked about the newer House of the Deads that never made it to console that you could still play in Dave and Buster's and different family oriented restaurants and different things like that. So it would be great if Sega could bring the newer Houses of the Dead out for the for the Xbox Series S and X. That would really be awesome to see on our preferred platform, to see these newer House of the Dead games come to the Xbox Series S and X. You would definitely see the power of what the Series X can do. If if they were to bring a original port of that game home that you can play on your today consoles. That would really be awesome. So it is House of the Dead 3, which was a great game on the OG Xbox, only on Xbox, which was really cool. Mad Catz had something to do with this. You can get the Mad Catz light gun, and I also have the Mad Catz light gun. I didn't include that in this video, but I do have that gun that went with the game. The graphics for this game were fantastic. It showed the horsepower of the OG Xbox. It looked exactly arcade perfect, if not arcade directly from the arcade, which it probably was. It was fantastic graphically for back in the day of those days of the OG Xbox and the other systems. You know what I mean? It was a graphical powerhouse that did an awful, not an awful, and they did a fantastic, wonderful job with House of the Dead 3, guys. So if you don't own this and you have an OG Xbox, this is a must-own zombie game. Sega has taken off and made some of the most awesome zombie games ever made. It's in here with the book incomplete in its entirety, but this is an awesome game. And as you see on the front, you can see the little light gun right there at being advertised. I actually own that. But this was fantastic, guys. And then if you beat the game, I believe, and I think I beat it on there, and I think you can unlock House of the Dead too, which is another treat that they threw in here for after you beat this game. You can unlock House of the Dead too, I believe. So that is awesome. So that is my number 7 game, right? Yeah, number 7 game is House of the Dead 3. Awesome, awesome game. Another great game that only came out on Xbox that I'm going to show you right now was my most played ever online game. I remember staying up till 4 in the morning playing this game, and I wish they would bring this back in its original entirety with brand new graphics on the Xbox Series S and X. This would be a powerhouse online game. I wish they would bring this back. They did bring back a version of this game, but it's not the same. If they could just bring this game back with enhanced, beautiful graphics made from the ground up and show the power of the Xbox Series X and only have it for Xbox would be awesome. And I played this for hours, and that is the great online game that was so popular on the OG Xbox, and that is the original Mecha Salt. They really need to bring Mecha Salt back. This was an awesome, awesome game. Microsoft, Phil, if you hear me, buddy, it would be nice if you can bring the original OG Mecha Salt back, built from the ground up. I would definitely pay what you would want for it. This is a great mech online game. My favorite mech was called Ragnarok, and I used to destroy and just destroy with Ragnarok, man. This is also a good. It also has a story mode and an online mode, so it was a great game. Back for the time, the graphics were really also awesome on the OG Xbox for Mecha Salt. Like I said, the PlayStation 2 couldn't handle a lot of these games. Power wise, it just didn't have the power to do it. You know what I mean? But Microsoft did, with their built in hard drive and different things that were built into the OG Xbox. But this was a awesome, awesome game. You can download free mech maps and different things that were also in here. It's also complete in here with its original booklet describing the game to you. Also, more advertisements, just like I showed you in WAC. which was really awesome. So it's good to keep, if you're a collector like I am of video games, if you can find them with everything that came with it, the value of it goes up. So yes, I would love to see this come back. And believe it or not, sometimes I go back and play this game again because I loved it so much. It was a part of my Xbox journey in life with being a diehard Xbox fan after the Dreamcast went away. And I just love Mecha Salt. And one of these days, hopefully, they can bring Mecha Salt back. Add it in your collection if you don't have it. If you like good mech games where everything around you is just destructible and everything, that is the game to get for your OG Xbox. Now, Microsoft were just like Sega in a way. Microsoft, if you guys didn't know this, for some of you young gamers out here, Microsoft actually created their own fighting game. Can you guys guess what that fighting game is? I believe Hebot would know what the game is, and that is a game called, if I don't butcher the name, Kos Trojan. Back Alley Brutal Brawl, if I'm saying that right. This was only on the Xbox. It had fantastic graphics for the time. They had guys in here that kind of resembled, one guy kind of resembled a new wave looking Bruce Lee. You know what I mean? It's a futuristic fighting game. This is an awesome, awesome game that only came out on Xbox. For you guys that don't know about it, great graphics, like I'll show you on the back. Good fighting mechanics and style, very fluid. The characters were just, totally different from other characters. They were made up from Microsoft and different things like that. They did a fantastic job with this. Yes, some of the fighting techniques and some of the way the characters are will remind you of some other characters. Like I said, Bruce Lee and different thing like that. Bruce Lee's image is in a lot of games, from Street Fighter to Kos Trojan to Mortal Kombat. His likeness is in other games. But this is a very, very, very awesome game, guys, to get into. If you like fighting games, like I said, Microsoft made this game, their own fighting game. I think it was the only one they made, and it's actually pretty good. I think To Fang might have been theirs. I can't remember. That was another great fighting game, but Kos Trojan was a great game, guys, for the OG Xbox. And that's actually my number 5? My number 5. I need to count the numbers down. Yeah, it's my number 5. So this is my number 5 pick for the OG Xbox, guys. If you do want to invest in an OG Xbox, give some of these games a try. I don't think they're that expensive. Some of these games are, like the next game I'm going to show you is pretty expensive out there in the market. But yeah, check out some of these games, guys, for the OG Xbox, because some of these games you cannot play backwards compatibility on the 360. So that's why I keep my Xbox original system and games. So the next one we're going to show here that actually went up. Well, it's went up drastically in price, especially for the Dreamcast. That is Marvel vs. Capcom 2. This is the best version. The PlayStation version I had, PlayStation 2 version it was okay. It wasn't bad, but this actually is a better version of Mortal Kombat. I mean, not Mortal Kombat. Marvel vs. Capcom 2 um, for the OG Xbox. You know what I mean? I did have like I said, I had the PlayStation 2 version. It was good. It wasn't bad. I'm not saying it was bad. But this one was more colorful. The graphics were a little better, in my opinion, on the OG Xbox because it was more powerful and it just had more vibrant colors. The sound effects were better in the game, and it had better fun factor than the one for the PlayStation 2, in my opinion. But yeah, this is Marvel vs. Capcom 2. This is a very viable game on the Xbox. It's one of the gems if you can find it at a cheap price. I seen it for $250 one time on eBay. Now I don't know if it's that price now, but I seen it for $250 on eBay at one time. And the Dreamcast version, believe it or not, some nut had the Dreamcast version of this for $300. Man, that's just ridiculous. But even this one to be that price, but it is definitely up there in price. So check out Marvel versus Capcom 2, which is really good fighting game for the OG Xbox, man. So yeah, this was pretty good. So yeah, I had a lot of fun with this, man. This was pretty awesome. So that is my number 5 game for the OG Xbox. So my next one here was a near and dear game to my heart. You know what I mean? At the time when I met my wife, she bought me an Xbox when it first came out. She asked me what I wanted. I bought her a nice ring that she wanted, gold ring with a blue sapphire in it, and she asked me what I wanted, and I told her I wanted the OG Xbox. I was there at launch at Best Buy when Best Buy was still new when they first came out, I believe, or they were out for a little bit more than that. But we were there overnight. You know, not real late overnight, but enough time to be there where no lines were there or anything like that. So she got me the OG Xbox, but she also bought me a game for it on my birthday. With my first daughter being there, they were waiting for me to come home from work, and they had candles lit and they had stuff for me and different things like that. And the first game that my wife bought me that I still own today and I will never get rid of is a great, fantastic game. I don't know if this came out on another system. It was made by Universal Interactive. And this is actually Bruce Lee, Quest of the Dragon. If you guys didn't know, Bruce Lee actually had a game on the also on the Xbox. There was a game called Dragon from the movie Dragon that came out for the Sega Genesis. I also have that also and other consoles, but I had it on the Genesis. But this is near and dear to my heart. This is the first game she ever bought me. It was an awesome game. Some of the criticism about it, they tried to criticize it a little bit, not too much like they criticize and destroy games today. But Bruce Lee, the Quest of the Dragon was actually a pretty decent game, and I actually beat it. I had so much fun with this. I was just I was in tears when my wife bought me this game, guys. I really was. I was in tears, man, because it was just awesome. Bruce Lee is the best martial artist to ever live and walk the planet. You know what I mean? And this was an awesome game. So if you do get an OG Xbox and you can find the Bruce Lee game, pick it up. It's not bad. The guy that did the voice for Bruce Lee, he did the best he could. It kind of sounded like Bruce Lee, but it's kind of like a Streets of Rage almost type feeling when you're playing this game. So this is actually a really awesome game, guys, which is the Bruce Lee game for the OG Xbox, guys, and that is my number 4 pick there. That game is near and dear to my heart. Now, another game that was also really awesome on the OG Xbox. This is going to be number 3, and I can't remember if this came out on the PlayStation 2. Again, I don't think the PlayStation 2 could run this. Correct me in the comment sections, guys, if I'm wrong about this. But this is the limited collector's edition of Doom 3. Doom 3 coming out to the OG Xbox. Now there was a Doom on the PlayStation 1 that a lot of people played. Now back in the day, I used to have a friend named Randy, and I went over his house, and I never ever played Doom, never really ever played or cared about PlayStation, but he loved Doom, and he asked me to try it out. He said, "Look, I know you don't like PlayStation, but you really might like Doom." And they have a Doom that's out for the Sega Saturn. When you can get time to buy it, if you can afford it at that time, get it. So I started to like Doom, and it was on the original PlayStation, and then I got it for the Sega Saturn. But fast forward years ahead, this is an awesome game on the OG Xbox, man. They did a fantastic job with this. Graphically, id they did a fantastic job with this. Graphically, they did. The metal casing is awesome. It's in flawless condition. No bends, no dings in it. No bends or any dents in it at all. I got this when it first released. It is awesome with the booklet inside. Doom 3 is an awesome game, guys, to play on your OG Xbox with Todd and them. This is a great, awesome game. Doom is so awesome. I love Doom today. Doom is hard. Doom will not hold your hand, and it is not for the weak at heart. If you like, sci-fi horror shooters with a lot of blood and gore. This is definitely up your alley. It's actually a great game to play on Halloween. Is play Doom. So this is the like I said, the limited edition of Doom, and it is a fantastic game. So this is one to own. And graphically for today, they did a fantastic job with this for the OG Xbox. The OG Xbox was a graphical powerhouse. There was no other system out there that could even compete graphically, uh, graphically with when it came to graphics in video games. If that's all you ever cared about. The OG Xbox destroyed the PlayStation 2 hands down. I'm just saying it really did. When it came to graphical games, the OG Xbox was the best, in my opinion. So, yeah, that is an awesome, awesome game. And that is my number 3 pick. No, what am I saying? What am I saying? Hold on. That's my number, number 2 pick. That's my number 2 pick. So now I might have messed up the numbers up, guys, but that is my number 2 pick because my number 1 pick is right here. I have an honorable mention after I show this game. This game has really transcended what Xbox is today. I think some of you guys know what game this is, but you might not know what game it is or which version of the game that I have that's my favorite. This game to me put Microsoft further on the map. I had so much fun online with this game. It was an awesome game. My mother found me a version of this game a long time ago, but my favorite game of all time on the OG Xbox, guys, I guess you guys can maybe guess what it is. I know some of you guys are saying, I know what it is, Sega man. It's Halo. It's Halo 2. Halo 2 is my number 1 pick for the OG Xbox. And this is also the limited collector's edition with Bungie on the front of it. And this was actually the original 10 that did not rust out. They made other Halo 2 limited editions because it was something about the metal that they were going to get sued for. I can't remember what it was. But this one will not rust. There's a lot of other ones out there that actually rust, and it had to do something with the metal of the 10. I can't remember exactly what it was, guys, but Halo 2 is my favorite all-time shooter for the OG Xbox. It is a great, awesome special edition 10 with no dings, no bends, no scrapes, or anything on this. I kept it in flawless condition. It has a great black and silver picture of Master Chief on the back. You know what I mean? So this is really awesome. A pop-up filling of the Halo 2 symbol right here. I got this at launch. I was in line, standing in line to get this, and it is Halo 2 in its entirety on the OG Xbox with book and everything inside here. There were people running and screaming through the mall about Halo 2, man. They could not wait to get home and play it. It came with an extra booklet inside there. You know what I mean? Let's take a quick look at this. Let's see. And it just talks about Halo 2, different things like that, communications. You know, it's like just a little booklet that they talk about things with Halo 2 in here. And also, there's a little thing I get with it too. It's just strategy, little strategy thing here. Official Halo 2 guide strategy. And it shows the original game if you didn't get the collector's edition that also came inside there of the original look of Halo 2 with Master Chief with the double guns right there. Then on the back, it's promoting, Xbox Live and anything and to play it, online, which was the best way to play the game. Now, the story mode was fantastic, but the best way to play the game, to be honest with you guys, is online. That's what I like about Xbox the most. Xbox is the only game system out here that is definitely worth the value for your buck because there's more longevity in Xbox games. They're not one and done games. You can go on and play online with friends and different things like that. They keep the game going. It makes you feel that you got your money's worth when you play Xbox games. Okay, they just are the best when it comes to online, and they are the best at just keeping the games moving on with new DLC in games and just making it definitely worth your buck. And definitely for a connoisseur of gaming, and casuals, it's the best way to go because you get your money's worth for your buck. So that is my number one pick was Halo 2. Now my honorable mention was only on Xbox. This is another great Sega game that came out on the OG Xbox because I did not get the version of this game because it only released in Japan. And if you wanted it, you had to have a Japan Dreamcast and you had to get the game imported. Some of you guys will know what I'm talking about if you're a connoisseur of Sega games. And this is Shamu 2, which was only on Xbox. Another great game that came out for the OG Xbox with AM2 and Sega partnering with this game. This is an awesome, awesome game, guys. Shamu 2. It has 2 discs. The other one is the DVD-ROM. It's a DVD. I can't remember if it was talking about the game. I think they were talking about it, but it was a special disc you got. You got the game right here, and then you got the special DVD that it came with. So I would go searching for other games like this, and most of the time when I found Shamu 2, guess what? It did not have the DVD in there. It was missing. So if you want a complete version of Shamu 2, make sure you have that DVD inside there or the value of the game will go down. So a lot of people said they would get the game, but it wouldn't come with the DVD. So I'm lucky to get that in there. And like I said, more advertisements for the OG Xbox because it was just killing it back in the day. This is my honorable mention. This is a great version of the game. Like it says here, includes the feature length DVD Shamu the movie. So yeah, this is awesome. That's a one up to get. It is a collector's edition in my opinion. It doesn't say that, but with it having that DVD in there, it definitely was. This is a great, awesome game. I bought the versions of this on the Xbox Series X, where you can play. And I beat the first one, but now I'm trying to finish 2. It's been a while since I played it, but this is my honorable mention, guys, of some of the great OG Xbox games that have came out. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope it wasn't too long, but I wanted to take a walk down memory lane with you guys and get back to showing you some great games that came out for some of these great OG systems that I own. Like the Xbox to the Dreamcast to the Sega Saturn and the TurboGrafx 3DO, different things like that. Take a walk down memory lane. Some of you guys probably never even heard of some of these games or even knew they existed. So I just want to keep you informed as an OG out here that's a collector of video games. These are some of the great games that you can buy for an OG Xbox. If you're feeling nostalgia and you want to go buy an OG Xbox, you could probably find one for about $80. Sometimes you can find them at thrift stores and stuff like that. You're taking a chance, but you can find them and you might find them cheaper. $50, $40. Then you can go out and buy some of these games that are priced at a reasonable price. But like I said, some of these games have went up in value, but some of these games you can still probably find for around $15. It depends on what the game is. All right. So guys, thank you for joining for me. Thank you for joining me, taking a walk down memory lane, talking about some OG Xboxes that we all enjoyed back in the day when Xbox was new on the market and made its debut in gaming. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. This is made for the true gamers out there that love gaming, the true diehard Xbox fans, and people that are not trolls and just loves to game on any system that they choose to that likes Xbox and includes Xbox in their collection. All right, guys. So take care, and I'll see you guys soon. All right. You guys have a good rest of the week. We will take another walk down memory lane of OG games that I own, and I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Later.